ESL One Cologne.
Welcome back. We do have our next best of one for you guys here in ESL One Cologne. It is going to be B.O.O.T up against FaZe, Harry. A pretty difficult game for the Singapore roster, of course, with a Kazakh player as well. We've got the international European mixed team of FaZe that have just been storming through recently, looking very good.
Yeah, FaZe look pretty great, and it's kind of remarkable, I think, what FaZe has managed to do. Have so much success with a four-man roster, right? While Olaf is still out of action, you know, they've had to use Exist, they've used Chroman, and you know, they've won events now with both, which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, their last like 3-1 events have been with different fifth players. One with Olaf, one with Exist, and one with Chroman, which is pretty crazy to think that you can just like slot in a random fragger and it still works out really well. So it's nice to see FaZe actually having a lot of success there. I think only one win away from the Intel Grand Slam, if I'm correct as well.
They are indeed, and they could claim that extra million here, which would be pretty spicy.
Nice little paycheck.
Yeah, and you know, just been told we have the veto coming in, which is always fun. I don't think we've had the veto graphic just yet, so this is going to be our first time getting to see it. But B.O.O.T going to be banning Mirage.
That's their most played as well, so I found it interesting.
By FaZe, not Na'Vi. But
Na'Vi are just loving a good ban right now. They're straight onto FaZe's PCs and going, no, this is our choice. This is our choice. Yeah, interesting to see Mirage go. B.O.O.T's most played map, but again, when you're up against FaZe, you don't really want to play Mirage. That's just not a good idea. Yeah. We already see, we talked about this earlier, you know, FaZe versus Order, the first match of Katowice that we casted, and it was Mirage and FaZe just 16-3 them. They just dominated. So yeah, these are all kind of expected bans right now. Mirage and Inferno, another pretty comfortable map for FaZe. Again, B.O.O.T, I don't think there's any map here where they're going to be like, yeah, we've got this, guys. You know, they're massive underdogs, but it's all about trying to create an upset or trying to at least show some form up against FaZe. More so for FaZe, just a safety game. You know, they should be taking this without too many hindrances, you'd like to think. Yeah,
well, let's see where we end up. Dust2, Hugo. Ooh. That's going to be a spicy spicy map, I think. I love a bit of Dust. I love how often we're seeing it in a minute. FaZe, more than willing to play it. And I don't know how B.O.O.T are on this map, I'll be honest with you.
I cannot comment. It's a team that's been rising lately, as in the last few months or even weeks to some extent. They've been looking pretty good. The addition of Winter has been pretty fantastic. Like, he's been playing extremely well. So I'm actually really excited to see how he does now on a top-tier international LAN in Europe. In addition to that as well, we saw them, you know, qualify for IAM Shanghai, where they actually got quite a few victories in the qualifiers there against teams that maybe you wouldn't expect. So, you know, taking a 2-1 victory versus MVP, something like that is pretty impressive. MVP have been on a bit of a rise, despite making recent roster changes. Of course, they have been inconsistent, but it's still a team that it's like, okay, for B.O.O.T to win that match and actually qualify for Sydney is an impressive feat. So I don't have the most amount of information on B.O.O.T, but I still feel like they can certainly maybe get a couple of upsets here in Cologne. I don't think this will be one of them. I think that's a pretty safe game for FaZe.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be tricky, although with Dust2 being back in the map pool, I think if you kind of look at it like dynamic, I'd say it's pretty similar to Mirage, right? Which is a team that a lot of teams over from the Asian region love to play, one that they're normally pretty good on. As you said, B.O.O.T's most played. So I think Dust2 is going to lend itself quite naturally to these guys. You imagine they have something up their sleeve, right? If that's what they've kind of orchestrated it towards. Yeah. That said, they always say Carrigan, master of the pick ban. This was just ban because best of one, but you know, I mean, I think at this point they don't have to think too much, right, about like heading into this, if that makes sense. If you're FaZe, you just play your own game. Once again, that's sort of like the iconic saying, right? We just played our own game. But you know, how much research do you have to do for a team like B.O.O.T? I don't really think they would have done any.
I don't think FaZe has done even a modicum of research. I wouldn't like. That's not even an insult. I don't know why FaZe would. In terms of, this is a game that if they can't win, what can they win? You know, this is at least on paper the weakest team in the event in terms of not having achieved anything near the level of some of the invited teams. Even ENCE, who have qualified for the minor recently as well. I mean, not even in the sense of like, okay, maybe ENCE haven't achieved too much with this roster, but individually we know these players, they have played on the stage, they have had experience. Harvu, where 2 players reside from that team, they had some runs and like, you know, got some victories in like Shanghai for last year for Star Series, or the Invitational, sorry, and of course Alu played in plenty of teams such as FaZe. So yeah, it's kind of, you know what to expect from a team like ENCE. With B.O.O.T, we don't know, but I'm excited for them to impress me. Hopefully they'll bring something cool into this game, and we are straight into this best of one in this map. Dust2 with FaZe already aggression on the CT side.
Well, Carrigan's got ahead and taken one to the dome early on, and that's forced him away from long. It's going to be Rain from inside of this bomb site, along with Nico to try and hold back B.O.O.T as they I think they're out through short. Guardian going to be down in lower tunnels. They don't know that he's here, and he's just lying in wait. This actually frees up the extra man to go ahead and hold mid in the form of Croman. Like this setup right now from FaZe. Rain's going to be tested. What a flick to land. And Rain, oh my goodness, what is he doing? He's tearing them apart. Rain, that was absolutely phenomenal. Oh my goodness, when it rains, it pours. As he gets the pistol ace, that is unbelievable. FaZe, what a way to kickstart this game.
They really just got the boot, Harry.
Yeah.
They just got kicked in the face by Rain. Oh my God, what an ace.
That was one of the best pistols I've ever seen. My voice gave out. I just wasn't ready for it.
That came out of nowhere.
He gets the first flick. I'm like, oh, okay, he's warming up. Here he is, the cheeky boy himself. You know, Rain, he's making it happen. And then he gets a couple more, and you're like, ooh, look at him go.
I know he's good with pistols, but
oh my goodness. God. My goodness, Rain.
Rush, I love you long time, but could we have X-ray, please? That would be amazing. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, he's just so good, he doesn't even need it.
Yeah, he's one step ahead.
I'm a big fan of some of the hairstyle choices. I think that was on Tommy. I'm not entirely sure, but you know, we can bring that up another time. We've gone for the force buy. B.O.O.T fans. Impression has the Deeg, and he's over on short.
Scouts up for Splash. Not going to be able to find that pick. Nico not overcommitting here. Got to be careful. He has got a scout of his own as well. Rain's one rotating up. This man is continuing his form for the pistol round. Only needs one taps, Harry. It's like he's got a USP. Just going to knock Splash out the server and look for a little bit more. They file through. Rain! No way he gets two in a row. Finally not. Winter's going to knock him down, and now it's Nico on the back of the site with a scout. He's just going to pull out a pistol, looking to repeat Rain's success from the previous round, and he'll find exactly that. One kill. Carrigan cleans up with the SMG. And FaZe, I mean, like, again, this is a game that they should be stomping pretty easily, but they're making it look far more easy than I anticipated, Harry.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with Rain. He's feeling pretty... I mean, he loves a Dust2.
He does love a Dust2.
He loves a Dust2. And the thing is as well, I think he wants to try and just like break a record. I think it's 46 held by Config for kills in a game.
Wow.
Rain wants to try and challenge that, I reckon. That's the start he's gotten off to right now. Now, okay, FaZe may be getting a little bit too big for their boots as, never mind, Croman going to go ahead and fill the shoes of Olaf quite nicely. Couple of kills for him. Rain chimes in with 2 at the very end. FaZe going to go 3-0 up as now the buy comes in for B.O.O.T.
10-1 for Rain. FaZe are going to be feeling confident here as the buy should be coming through for B.O.O.T. They're just pausing to work out how they want to spread this money, making sure they share the love. Everyone's got a rifle, or at least should do. And I want to know what B.O.O.T are going to bring to this game. I question more with FaZe on the CT side. I question, like, are B.O.O.T going to be allowed to play their own game, or are FaZe literally just going to get aggressive and get in their face? If we just have FaZe run into this first rifle round with a no respect, like aggression, and push that SMG up tunnels or something crazy, I think it could be very hard for B.O.O.T to set up with what they want to do. That being said, you can easily hold off a bit of aggression with a nice default, so I'd like to see B.O.O.T actually slow down this round and wait for some aggression. See if FaZe are going to be bringing in the big dogs. So we do have that AWP up on Guardian that B.O.O.T cannot afford on their AWPer. And an SMG, again, is going to only hint towards FaZe wanting to play a fast style. So we'll see if they bring in the heat here on the CT side. Winter is not playing for FaZe, heads up as well. That is a UI bug. And there's not 2 impressions on B.O.O.T. They want to make a good impression, but they've only got 1, Harry. Not 2.
Maybe right now doing a little bit of soul searching.
Yeah.
Maybe just sizing this one up.
That's awful.
Well, this unpause should be coming in. There's some typing going on in chat, which is either good or very bad.
Nico just bought a second AWP.
Yeah, that's curious. I'm interested to see what's going on with that. Also, if you look at it, Carrigan got the cheeky boy spawn. That's what we call it. Not meant to spawn there. But there's I don't know, I think it comes from disconnecting and reconnecting, right? That you get.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't
know that.
Someone could explain the inner workings. Yeah, because you're meant to spawn a nice little circle, aren't you?
I think that is the problem. I think someone's DC'd and reconnected, because we had that last game with Zeus when he DC'd and reconnected and the UI was still bugged to the entire game. Like, that's what we've got now. I hope that doesn't stay from round 3 onwards. Although, in theory, not to BM, just to say what I think, this probably won't be a long game. Like, it shouldn't be a 30-rounder. Let's be real.
No,
I'm not saying.
I think you're pretty safe in that.
It's FaZe. Like, I'm not going to look at this game and go, yeah, B.O.O.T have a good
chance.
It's
with 3 rounds in, and Rain is already 10-1.
Yeah, I have no hope. Like, for any team right now, would be a struggle. So Carrigan's looking to.
I was so confused. So I didn't know what the little dots were, but of course it's where they're aiming. Yeah, but I thought it was part of the map. I was like, I've never realised that little blue square. But Dust, Rush. Why don't we go look around Dust on a little tour? We'll see all the different avenues of the map. This is the car that was recently changed up from the old version. Very nice. You can pick
I really
short
like this
and
car.
long. I love the new car.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, it just looks fantastic, doesn't it? I mean, this is one that Sadakis could buy and do up. He could add that to his ever-growing collection. There's another one. There's just so many.
Hey, the UI's been reset. That's nice. So we're all back to normal.
Yeah, Matt is just foaming at the mouth at the prospect of owning one of these bad boys. Just you wait. Get splash of just cleaning. I think get all the dust off.
Maybe upgrade
it a little bit. This is mid. This was changed a little bit in the rework. I don't know the relevance of this, but it's your boy. It's your boy. I keep saying Dust because that's the map we're on. Is your boy Rush showing this off?
Do they have a TV license, though? That's
the real question,
yeah,
exactly.
That's what matters. I don't think Matt will be buying that car. That's not really even a car, is it?
It's a van.
It's a van. It's a truck. Here's the B-side. Another car.
I've just realised there's a ludicrous amount of cars on this map that I've never even put thought in.
We're in the driving seat.
Let's go, boys! Road trip to ESL One Cologne. The road to Cologne.
You're not a true Brit because you've gone on the left side. There we go. I know the steering wheel's not there.
He's lived in Germany so long. He's just German now. He's been converted.
Wait, is the steering wheel in the back seat? I never knew that. Okay. They've had a head-on collision.
I think I found the problem with this. It didn't take the mechanic in me to figure out. I mean that, and also there's no wheels. There are wheels rather. There's no tires, which is definitely gonna impede your ability to do anything. That's see, like whenever because everyone just tries to be like Matt, right? So that's why I'm talking about cars so much.
There's actually 2 cars in the spawn as well. There's one to your right.
All right.
To your
we were looking at the football, mate. World Cup's on. Topical discussion.
You can actually kick that football, by the way. Or maybe you have to shoot it, but I'm pretty sure you can make it move. You can make it.
Tuesday, England are playing today, aren't we? That's fun.
That's what we talked about last night.
You've been keeping up with the World Cup,
I've watched a couple. It's been all right. It's been okay.
Who do you want to win?
Well, England, obviously, but like I'm not invested at all. I'm not a football guy. I'm more about Counter-Strike myself.
Just received word. No.
Yes, we are.
Okay, yeah, we are. Never mind. They were quickly changing a monitor. That was the problem.
Yeah, they were getting rid of Rain's monitor. It's not fair to give him a monitor when he's doing stuff like that.
Yeah, he just has to play off of sound and Carrigan.
And look on his teammates' monitor when they die. They've got to spectate him.
Well,
we are back in.
It's the ultimate team building exercise, you know. Here he is, Carrigan, going to be going over here towards Long, setting up the rest of his team.
I love those.
That's lovely. Look at him go. He's crossed into pit, and from here he can work his Danish magic.
There is definitely some Danish magic going on. We've already seen Astralis. They've looked pretty good so far. Let's see if Carrigan can follow in the footsteps of the fellow Danes. Or I think maybe FaZe will be able to as a whole. Benkai down deep in middle. Boot set up on Long. FaZe not going to bring any aggression. They've upgraded the SMG. They've double AWP'd it. So yeah, there's no reason to push too far. We've got some short control for them, and Carrigan's in the pit, but he's about to be pressured, Harry, and not in a good way. Boot are flurrying through Long. Carrigan hiding in the smoke. He is just playing a cheeky little angle, walking out, does find the first kill, looking for more, and Tommy has no idea. Carrigan, 3 frags on Long, and Boot, that's a real kick in the teeth.
It most certainly is. Then again, the shoe is on the other foot now as Splashkey comes through and gets the trade. Regardless, Benkai and Splashkey have a tall order ahead of them now, courtesy of Carrigan. Benkai over on short. Splashkey with the bomb on his back has retrieved it over at Long. And Rain. Rain has been such a pain for Boot. Nico watching short, going to turn his attention to try and help out Rain. Does manage to do so. Now it's Bunkai left in a 1v4, and Rain's going to finish him off. So FaZe, a 4th round.
Convincing as you would like it. Double up still kept on for FaZe as well, not really pressured that much, so we're going to have those guns moving forward. Carrigan finding a lot of impact as well. Now it is B.O.O.T just down to pistols. Not a lot of money to play with here on this T side. We can see a slight investment. We've got players like Winter on a bit more money, so yeah, throw in a flashbang, throw in a deagle. See what you can get done with these pistols, but at the end of the day, this is likely going to be a clean 5th round for FaZe without too many casualties. They only lost 1 man in the previous round, and that was after he got 3 kills. So, yeah, not too worried for FaZe here, but these pistols can certainly overwhelm you if you aren't suspecting. Or a flash. Nico is exactly that, but Carrigan has the cross, and he's going to get the shot. Follow up for Nico, but there is the trade.
Ooh, Nico is going to get caught out in the open, and now the pressure falls onto Rain. Deny this bomb going down. He's going to isolate the man over on short. That smoke. Yeah, I was going to say, that was a pretty devastating miss. They're going to go spraying on through it. They're first going to try and contend with the man up on short. That's Splashkey, but he's bought time. The bomb will go down. The nade's there to finish him. And Rain and Croman. Ooh, impression through the gap in that smoke. The trade's there from Rain once again, and it's Winter. Left in a 1v2. Over on short, Guardian going to miss that shot with the AWP, but oh my goodness, Winter is coming! As he's found that first kill, now into the 1v1 with Guardian. The bomb ticking down, and Winter's gone for the no-scope. What a man, as he drops out Guardian from the server and makes it look easy in the 1v2. 3 kills for him in total. B.O.O.T going to find their first round. And now, and with a chance to start to string together a couple. The AWP going to be thrown over to Splashkey. Double AWP set up, reinvested into by FaZe.
And this addition of Winter has been so good, as I was saying before the game, but what a way to show it off in that round. A round that B.O.O.T should not be winning. They're even going to open up this one as well. Splashkey locks down middle, but Nico trades with that secondary AWP on long. Does get tagged eventually, so has to give up the position as B.O.O.T managed to gain himself a little more map control. At the cost of Benkai's life, they do have a man now in pit. So let's see where FaZe up to go. It's down towards the B site where they look to bring some aggression, and Winter holds on to lower, but he's about to be pushed from the back, and he doesn't realize it just yet. Focused on taking more mid control, his flashes fly through, and he will surely not be ready for this. 2 players there, Rain's the only one needed. And FaZe another man advantage now as B.O.O.T look to hit this A site. The only positive here for them, Harry, is that FaZe have completely given up A right now. There's only Carrigan rotating back in with an AWP, and B.O.O.T, if they land their smokes, they may be able to get across and a bomb down once again.
This A bomb site is looking good for them. Nico tucked away. Red elbow going to start to emerge. Doesn't spot the bomb planter. Knows that he's there. An impression. How has he been able to get by? Carrigan's going to pick it up regardless, leaving Tommy and Splashkey 2-on-2. Splashkey down in the pit means all Tommy has to do is buy time. The bomb is planted for long. Carrigan has to try and contend with Splashkey. Nico around in the corner. Desperate to clear out Goose. He's going to land the shot. Tommy goes down. It's Splashkey in a 1v1. Pull it back. Smoke down on the bomb. Nico going to try and peek over. Spots out Splashkey, and Splashkey peeks into it. Nico holds his nerve in the 1v1 and locks in a 5th round for FaZe.
Or does he?
I think there's just enough time left for it. It's going to come down to the wire. But no, there's no time. Oh, B.O.O.T going to manage his 2nd round. I think he thought he had that one.
Yeah, that looked like he almost had it, but again, no kill on FaZe is a big problem. That's going to be costly. An awkward round to lose, but of course B.O.O.T did lose every player in it, so it's not like they have money to fall back on. However, that goes both ways. FaZe, $2,000 apiece. Of course they're going to force Harry. Double scout. Some pistols, some armor. Still around, FaZe can win, but one that B.O.O.T should be taking home. However, we've already seen Nikos go the way of this T side, so anything can happen. Scout fighting down middle, does get the tag to Tommy. Very dangerous cross there, and talking of dangerous crosses, Carrigan finds out the hard way. Shut down by Splashkey up on long. And B.O.O.T with a man advantage, but FaZe look to bring in some heat. This is what we wanted on the CT side, a bit of aggression. Get in their face, flex your muscles, and Rain's doing exactly that with a CZ. But it's actually impression to get away alive with just 6 points of health, as the kill cannot be found from Rain, and as a result, the push down towards long is coming through.
Yeah, right now, B.O.O.T don't even know that B-bomb site exists. They've been having a very good time of things over here towards A. They're just going to rinse, repeat it. Nico with the scout. Winter now scouting out B. That's enough to tempt the rest of the Boot boys into a rotation into middle. Look at this from Croman in the meantime. He's up through tunnels. Rain's going to go through the smoke, and they're not ready for it. Rain! He tries just to disappear in the mist. It's not happening. Nico going to tag one man up over the top of that smoke. Ooh, his head's there. Nico would love to click on it. Oh my. What is it with about FaZe and pistols? Nico's now dropped Winter as well. There's a real shot for FaZe in this round. 2v2 with impression on 6 HP.
But they're still focusing on a backline flank. They don't think B.O.O.T are committed to the site. There's no way they can win it. They're just taking far too much time. We've already seen a defuse fail. But because they've just gone for the force, they may as well at least keep this this round intact by making B.O.O.T go down with the bomb. Croman holds the outside. The flash over forces Splashkey off. He's blind. Nico's found a kill. Suddenly this is doable. And a shot miss from Splashkey may cost them the round, but he follows up to Croman and just has to stay alive. This round is done. It doesn't matter that Nico gets the kill. He cannot win it. 3 frags from him. And that's how we talk about the star factor on FaZe. It may only be an eco or a force, but they still pull it down to killing every single player and just losing out in time.
Still crazy scenes right now. Guardian yet to find anything. Nico 9-1. Rain 14-4. And we're only 8 rounds in. Still, Boot, a very good showing from them thus far, I think it has to be said. Finding the last 3 rounds consecutively. Now they've got FaZe's economy down in the dumps, so it is just going to be a flat eco here. There's a Deeg on Rain, and that is going to be pretty much it. A couple of pistols and a Deeg for Nico as well. Croman falls at the first hurdle. Bunkai, okay. Gets his first kill of the game and then cancels it out immediately with a frag on a Tommy.
Well, this close position from Rain may be a bit of a bait because they're focused on the players in middle. So if they walk out the door, Rain has an angle, but Benkai does as well. Retrieves another frag. His 3rd of the round, although only 2 of them against enemies. And Impression cleans it up. In the meantime, there's already that flank up through long anyway. So the players were about to drop into the CT spawn and kill those rotates from FaZe. Doesn't seem to make a difference. Boot pick up their 4th round. They're actually fighting toe-and-toe to FaZe, but this is where another buy comes back in, Harry. We have FaZe on the double AWP again, and we saw how dangerous this really can be with Nico nearly winning that clutch. But if B.O.O.T can win this, anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
The world is our oyster.
Fair enough. Oyster fans rejoice. I can't stand them.
I love seafood.
I don't. Just
no.
Tell you what, Nico's gone fishing down at long, and I don't know.
He's reeled in a catch.
There we go. As he holds the angler.
That's a good one.
Nico, what a guy. Inside of the bomb site, he's here with the AWP. He also has Rain to support him over on short. This is a pretty terrifying duo to walk into if you are Boot, or anyone for that matter. Carrigan. Reinforcing from short, about to be greeted by Splashkey. Nico. There we go. They walk into his crosshair. Just doting on the idea of finding a frag. It's going to be Tommy, but he can't find anything. There's the slam dunk. Good night. Trade instantly there. Splashkey left alive at a 1v4.
Oh, he does catch Croman rotating up middle. Not expecting this short position because of the smoke being down. He wasn't able to push the site. And now the Molotov going down. He might force a play out into the open. He does. Carrigan still winning the duel. AWP is too good. And Carrigan is as well. 2 frags that round. Rain's still sitting at the top of the board though, 15-5. Guardian yet to get a kill, but not really mattering because FaZe are still going to pick it up. So I'm actually surprised that B.O.O.T even have money here, because if we look at all these rounds that they've won, and even the rounds they've lost, well, obviously they've lost. They've been losing all these players, right? We've had 2 rounds that, you know, FaZe have given away that still they find 5 kills. So it's not like B.O.O.T have a huge amount of money to fall back on. They can't afford to waste away, but already it's pistols in play. Splashkey's dead up in mid. They've not fully invested because players like Winter and Tommy didn't have a full set of cash. So they'd rather wait till they had everyone on the equal playing field, which is fair enough. But this just means that it's a bit of a shooting gallery for FaZe. 2 kills coming through already, make that a 3rd, and no sign of life here from B.O.O.T. Oh.
They've got to find Rain. But look at Carrigan. All the way through long doors, cleared out this entire avenue of the map. There is the potential for this to go pretty wrong, though. If they go back to go and get the bomb and then decide to hit the A bomb site and you go walking by Carrigan, because they're going to be tempted to rotate Nico over. Never mind.
Good old bait peeking there. That's not going to work. Croman's been really good on this team as well. That's been something awesome. Like when we saw him play with Heroic at EPL Finals a few weeks ago, he looked really, really good. He was the best player for the team, alongside Nico, I would say, who actually stepped off in a couple of the games and didn't look too great. And Croman was just consistently either the best or second best on the team. And now when I saw that he was no longer with Heroic, at least because obviously he was standing in, I was hoping he'd find a good home. And even though this may not be permanent, this is awesome to see him have so much success with FaZe and already pick up a title.
I tell you what is the crazy. I tell you what's the promising thing is I saw them in Belo Horizonte. They were all getting on really well. You know, like nice. Croman was gelling with the guys. It all seemed pretty good. The thing I will say, I don't know what FaZe Clan's selection process is for finding their fifth, whether it is just like a who's available or do they actually think about it, right? Because everyone they've met has always kind of been like quite like agreeable, like really fits in like with their style, you know, like you had Exist, I think he fits that. Oof. Ooh. There we go. Bit of damage done by Guardian and through the wall, but Nico is the first AWP to chime in this round.
Let's see if Winter can drag them out of this one. The fire is down, the peak about to come through, but Nico's so ready for this. Tommy's got to use a utility to flash him or force him off the angle, and the Molotov does exactly that, but Nico holds his nerve. He sits in it for a few more seconds, burns down, and very, very good from B.O.O.T to actually not overcommit to that, assuming he would still stay in the molly. They don't want to take that fight. They just want to get him out of position. That's all that matters. The issue is now he has a long-ranged angle from the back of the site, which means his AWP is going to be even more pivotal in doing the damage. This AWP from Guardian is not connecting. He is really struggling here on Dust, which is quite rare to see. Tommy opens up down on middle, and now B.O.O.T are going to hit this B site. They've not got a split going, but it's only Croman to hold the line. He needs to step up here and now, but he's got support from Nico. Although the shot missed, Croman is still holding strong within the site.
Kai has been able to find him finally, but look where the bomb is. That is terrible if you are B.O.O.T. They don't have to go pushing on in. They have the bomb. 20 seconds on the clock. Carrigan in an attempt to come in with this flanking. And Kai, no idea. Caught off guard. FaZe going to find themselves a 7th round. One thing that is going to go in favor of B.O.O.T is Guardian struggling right now. 1 kill to his name. There's definitely been a bit of a slowdown as well from Rain. But the rest of the guys, Carrigan, Nico, and Croman have stepped up to fill the void. Tactical timeout called in for B.O.O.T. A little bit of a time to try and mull this one over. Still 4-7. Shouldn't be too disappointed with how this half has gone.
This game can now go two ways. Either FaZe are just going to absolutely dominate and this will be an 11-4 half and a quick game, or B.O.O.T can keep themselves in it and actually, you know, go toe-to-toe with FaZe and you know, maybe knock some rounds back and make this a more respectable scoreline. Because while I don't think they can win this game, hey, it could be a 16-10, a 16-8, something like that. That would be kind of nice to see from B.O.O.T because, you know, they are big underdogs in this matchup. So maybe, just maybe, we could have a bit of a resurgence. But for now, Harry, it is that eco. With light investment, actually quite heavy on splash key. He's only got $800. That works. That certainly does the job. Guardian's dead down in middle. Again, having a lack of success in this map so far. But that one wasn't really his fault. That's just ridiculous.
Ooh, Nico wants to get revenge, and there we go. He silences the scout of B.O.O.T. Impression, gonna sneak up onto short. Does go unnoticed for the time being. Nico just missing the timing on that. Croman tucked into this cubby here in B. Nico's about to get tested. Crosses just misses the timing, and that now is a collection of players up on short, just amassing. They're going to throw the bomb up as well. Bunkai, long arms, nimble fingers, catches the bomb in the air. It's Rain, going to need a repeat of that pistol round antics that we saw early on in this round. I was to say, bomb site could come crumbling down.
Oh, run boost. He's going to try and catch him mid-air. Catches him as they land, and Carrigan joins him for the party. Even takes 2. Nico shuts down Winter in middle, and that split has just been split in half. Terrible. FaZe 8-4. Again, only pistols for B.O.O.T, but now we have the buy coming through. An AWP dropped over to Splash Key, so he's going to have that at the very least. He does have a weapon to fight back against the AWPs that are being so annoying. Nico is just being a complete nuisance. 15 kills for him. And even though Guardian's only on 1 frag, 13 rounds deep, it doesn't seem to make a difference. FaZe is still absolutely fine with this. B.O.O.T looking for another opener. Splash key out through long. Karrigan's going to work around the smoke. And just as he peeks through the edge, Splash key finds him. So Rain again back to this aggression through mid.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this Rainy boy pushing on up. Does get spotted out by Impression. B.O.O.T deletes Nico, makes it look easy. Rain to try and trade back. Does manage that. The AWP's down on short. Rain's going to grab it. Goes back for a peek. Just looking to get the AWP away from the prying arms of B.O.O.T. Rather hands. Not going to pick it up with the arms. I guess they're involved, but it's going to be Chroman and Rain to hold off. The B.O.O.T forces, they come their way. Flash there for Chroman. The flash is perfect, but Splashkey able to help him out. Now it's Rain once again.
Got to step up here, but they might not know he crossed to the site. He's hiding behind the box. Bomb needs to be planted, but Impression working his way up. Rain gets flashed through. 1 kill. Trade back from the AWP, but still Guardian sits, and he's been struggling. 1 and 7. He needs to shine now. He needs to show what he can do on this map with the AWP. As he waits for one man to plant, he goes for the jump, but luck is not on his side. Winter is going to win that duel. So B.O.O.T pick up their 5th round, Harry. And with a couple of players surviving, including that AWP, things are starting to look up for this team. FaZe, though, they do have the money. That is the problem. The overarching issue.
Yeah, money is a powerful thing. Some say money drives greed. All I know is that it buys you the big green gun. That's the AWP. That's up on Guardian.
Honestly, I'd throw that over to Nico right now.
Well, let's see. E of little faith. Guardian's got that over at long. Going to be helping out Karrigan to take early control. It's Rain and Chroman. Or Roman, as their couple name is.
Crane?
It'd be more like Ramen, actually, which is a pretty good one. Yeah, it would be. Because you want to take, you know, like, vaguely equal amounts. Because if you just say Roman, you're just saying Chroman's name without the C. Anyway, B.O.O.T down in mid.
Crane man.
Okay.
Crane men.
Crane men. Well, here they are, the Crane men. Up on their pedestal, looking high. Down into the towers. Mid, it's B.O.O.T.
Ooh.
Spotting out Rain.
But look at the support in the CT spawn. There's 2 players here. I mean, Guardian's all the way at the back, but he has an AWP. He can just sit back and relax. As Nico, very aggressive, does not have his teammate there. Nice spray transfer from B.O.O.T, but it won't find that second kill. Chroman now having to step up, and they don't check the corner. He's ready for it. His teammate peeking out for another one, and Rain does the damage, but it's traded effectively. B.O.O.T keep themselves in this round, and Guardian can't stop the cross. Because the smoke is down, it's going to shield his vision, and B.O.O.T have to bomb down now with a 3-on-2. Very difficult to retake this B site, Harry. I'll be surprised if FaZe can get themselves back into this one.
Well, let's see. Guardian and Karrigan are trying to do it. Karrigan falls, it's Guardian left in a 1v3. With only 1 kill to his name right now, he's going to go to play things safe. Backs away, holds onto the AWP. That's going to give FaZe something to work with at least into the last round of the half. Hunting for him.
Ooh.
Oh, Guardian. Just hiding back here in mid. This is that shot onto Winter. Now they know where he is. That AWP shot is the dinner belt. And B.O.O.T do look hungry for him.
I like how they just don't face it. No need to take that fight. You know FaZe are going to be low on money anyway. They can't really buy around this up. I mean, they have to, obviously, because it's last round, but it's not like they're going to have a lot to
I think they should have taken the fight, I'll be honest. Because you look at it, they had enough money to buy. Like only with one person, right? Because you can buy anyway. Last round and a half, you can get everything you want. I think it would have been good to take the AWP away, because now Guardian's going to have I think he's dropped that over to Nico.
I forgot it was last round, I'm not going to lie.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what made me say that.
Happens to all of us.
Because I was just thinking, like, you know, you want a few more rounds, right? So you want as much money as possible. Don't chase for this, but yeah, it's last round, so it's not like it actually makes any difference. So yeah, they definitely should have chased for it. But this round going to be stopped. I hear chat going on, so clearly a bit of a technical issue. Maybe they're upset with Ray not having a monitor anymore. They want to put it back on. Although he's been fine. 20-8, having a good game. I think is an understatement, because we're only 15 rounds in and he's already on 20 kills. Although, like, 10 of those were from the first 3 rounds.
That's a very, yeah, that's very true. That's pretty mental. 8 in the first 2 rounds. With an
5 in the first round.
Yeah, we can keep going.
How many in warm-up, Harry?
I don't know, probably like... It's one or the other. It's either like 120 from where you just kill the AFK people, or you are an AFK person, so it's 0. That's the old warm-up way.
Stopping
More
again.
typing.
Yeah.
Love a type. There we go. So either someone keeps messing their buy up and they're like, oh, we've done it again.
Technical issue. Oh.
Yeah.
TeamSpeak problem. Pizza's at the door. I think this is a round that B.O.O.T need to win. If they can get it, those 7 rounds on this T side is fantastic.
So how 200 IQ the technical boards be if the whole reason was to get Guardian this mid spawn? How crazy could you? I mean, that wouldn't be it, but
no, that'd be cool.
One thing I do love about this FaZe team is everyone always says Karrigan is a showman, but I love the way that he uses the crowd in an arena to his advantage tactically. Like, you always notice, if they're going to do a rush, if they're going to do something faster, he'll stand up, he'll be like hyping up the crowd, you know, like midway through a round. It's like, because when a crowd starts like roaring, you know, you can't hear it, like...
Footsteps.
Yeah, it gets muffled out, right? Like, you don't hear individual things, you just hear like the bassy rumble of, you know, thousands of people like getting all excited, and he does it every time. And I even spoke to him a bit about it in Belo Horizonte. That was fun. But...
It's a very clever idea, actually.
Yeah, right? It's pretty good.
I love it when players, like, I think a lot of people hate it, and I do understand why, but I find it really entertaining when someone looks at someone through a smoke, and then the crowd goes, and then they just shoot, because they know they're on camera, they know they're being watched, and that's a perfect time to shoot.
Yeah, I think I mean, I always think, like, a little bit of crowd noise, it definitely not only heightens the game, but it makes for some of the best plays have been because of, like, playing off the crowd. You know, that's like a skill in and of itself. The only other solution to completely cancel that out is just like put them in a bunker underground that they have to play the event from, and you only let, like, I mean, that'll be it's like our own battle royale. We've dropped 100 pro players into a bunker under the ground. The only man who's allowed out is the last survivor. Let's go. I'd watch.
Who wins that? Every CS pro in the top like 30 teams.
I mean, naturally you're gonna have.
Like Pasha?
You're going to have to go with like someone like Pasha.
I said top 30 though.
That's
I'm only joking.
That is savage.
Yeah, I'm only joking, don't worry.
I'm trying to think who else is pretty tanky. Because there definitely are a few.
RPK. I wouldn't say win a fight to the death. I think Pasha's up there. I think. I don't know. I can't. I know there are like a lot of people. Maybe Freakazoid, if you're including everyone at this point. No.
Right. Just been informed, by the way. Monitor issue right now with, I don't know, I think it was FaZe once again.
Yeah, it was FaZe.
That's just getting resolved. So hopefully shouldn't be too much longer. Big fan of having a monitor in the year 2018. So we're going to be sorting that out. But yeah, a potential an 8-7 here for B.O.O.T, which I think they couldn't, they're going to take that all day long. That is phenomenal from these guys.
Especially considering how this game started, I was really worried. Like 4 rounds in, I was really worried this is just going to be FaZe just absolutely dumping on them. But then we have that eco win from Winter on the site where he gets a no-scope and deagle kill, and suddenly this just spiraled out of control for FaZe. They've still looked very, like, let's not forget, FaZe have looked very loose. Like, it's not like we've seen too much from them because they don't need to show too much here. But I think if this game starts to get too close for comfort, that's when the big strats will come out, Harry, especially on that second half when they're going to have the T side, the ability to set the pace. Because they've been giving B.O.O.T a lot of room. They've been letting them set up. Yes, we've had a lot of multi-kills, but in terms of actual CT aggression, apart from Rain pushing up on short and some occasional B tunnels control, which has just been, you know, pretty standard, it's not like FaZe have been playing to like BM B.O.O.T or get in their heads. They've just been letting them do their thing and, you know, winning the rounds they win. It's not been anything crazy from FaZe. And I think if B.O.O.T start to make this game a bit too close, then yeah, FaZe are going to start to pull out the, well, again, the big strategies.
Yeah, see, I'm not... Because I think on Dust, right, you're pretty... like, it's a pretty... Because it's one of the only really spawn-based maps that still exist, where a lot of it comes down to playing off of the spawn, right? On the T side. So I don't really think, like, you know, that there's enormous room to do, like, any insanely, like, in-depth strat or anything like that. I think FaZe aren't really the sort of team as well that do any, like insane, like, highly execute... No,
Astralis
yeah, exactly, right? So I think, you know, for B.O.O.T, who are showing they're a good bunch of aimers, I think, you know, the pressure's definitely on for FaZe because you can't rely on, like, that massive tactical depth on this map moving into the T side.
Oh, look at this.
And B.O.O.T, he's feeling confident. He's already threw the smoke down in mid. We need to see Guardian start to step up. He's going to be the real, either the problem or the thing that fixes everything for FaZe.
The solution.
Yeah, there we go. I couldn't think of that. Thank you.
You're welcome. But B.O.O.T is behind enemy lines. He should be setting his entire team up in the tunnels right now. And that's a decoy going out. Not really going to make a difference, but let's see if he can find both players here. Holding his nerve, I like it. Oh no, the big whip! He finds one at least, but that could have been so much more. Rain's going to be able to have a chance to stand tall, and he does get himself a second kill before he does fall. Winter locking in rotation kills one by one. FaZe Clan are out of this round. There's only 2 players left up.
Yeah, Winter is to be careful though. There is Guardian, Nico rather, on the other side of that wall and sneaking through CT. That would be Guardian. Now they've met up. Nico upgrades to the AK, 2-on-2. Oof. That's a meaty nade. Guardian tagged down a 60 HP. Flash is still raiding in, and Tommy going to pick that frag up now, leaves it on to Nico. 1 versus 2, slipping through the smoke. They have their eye on it, but he's gone ahead and beheaded Impression. Now it's just Tommy left to find. 1v1, and Tommy peeks out, knows where he is. Nico, running low on ammo, has to go ahead and get it, and Tommy beats him in the 1v1. It's going to be a 7-8 half in favor of FaZe. But B.O.O.T, they are clawing their way back. I don't know. I was going to try and come up with another B.O.O.T pun, and I just couldn't do it fast enough.
Like, claws of hands, mate. Well, those odds do not seem fair. I tell you what, the scoreline. I feel like they're not updated.
If you've gone for like a B.O.O.T bet heading into this, you know, you're feeling pretty good at this point. Right?
I imagine those odds are before the game, not an 8-7 half, because this is certainly looking better than a 9-1 odd. But yeah, let's see. The pistol's going to determine a lot here in the second half, so FaZe look to bring in the heat. We got P250s raining across this T side. Guardian with armor as well behind one, so that's going to be even more chunky. But B.O.O.T, they're bringing in the rain tier aggression here. Splashkey's pushed up towards the top of long. He's going to be on the quick flank, so if FaZe commit, and they should now after that pick, they're going to have to worry about their backline, but I'm sure someone will be destined to watch out for it. Tommy lining up 1 kill onto Guardian. There's a P250 gone, and no one's watching the back.
Yeah, Splashkey though. Oh, he's dropped the bomb. Okay, now there's a chance. I was going to say, if he whiffs these, this is all said and done. He's going to be able to get into the pit as well. The linchpin IMO is Nico. They didn't realize he was here. He's going to miss his shots as well, and that allows Winter to turn around, but Rain wants to keep that title of Pistol King going his way. 1 versus 2. And he's caught in the crossfire. He's only got 4 bullets left in this gun. 3 in the magazine right now. Swaps out to the Glock. Tries to take the fight with B.O.O.T, and he's beheaded him. Now down to the 1v1 versus Splashkey. Rain once again has to have a massive performance in the pistol round. It was the ace in the first half, but this time it's not meant to be a B.O.O.T. They've won the pistol. They're going to get 8-8, and now they have a chance of taking a lead over FaZe here on Dust2.
Fantastic rotation from Splashkey there. As soon as they find the pick on long, he's straight into the back line, drops the bomb, follows up with 2 more kills to Croman and Rain, and out of nowhere, B.O.O.T are suddenly in this game to a massive extent, right? We're no longer at the point where we can go, oh, it's an 8-7 half, but FaZe should be fine. Now, they are at a disadvantage. It's a chance for B.O.O.T to run away with a couple of rounds, but Guardian's starting to find his form, maybe, Harry. He's going to shut down Splashkey in middle. Finding that wallbang headshot, looking for more is Croman. This is the star factor of FaZe. Never underestimate their pistol players. There's now, in a 5-on-3, B.O.O.T are giving a lot of opportunity away. Only SMG's standing tall on the CT side. If they lose this round, Harry, the dream that once was of this second half is now going to be crushed. And Winter may be crushed here up in the B tunnels because Nico's ready on the other side, but Winter finds one. He should back off here. He doesn't need to overcommit to this because there's 2 players on the other side, and he will at least be able to get back to the site.
But he's not going to be ready for Croman. He's already out through mid. He hasn't spotted him at car, but now he's narrowed down his options. He knows where he's going to be and throws in that incendiary. Winter, the snow melts as things heat up. An impression on this flank. Does manage to delete one. Tommy's pulled it back, and oh my goodness, Nico left in the 1v1. Going to start to hightail it over here towards the A-bomb site. He's recovered an MP7, 26 HP on Impression. The bomb's going to go down over A. And it's a 1v1 now for Nico.
I would have loved for him to wrap tunnels in that situation, really catch out Impression, but he expected him to come from the tunnels. So instead, safe planting for long. Maybe he'll even get this cross as he jumps, but it's a bit of a risk considering Impression's now in the CT spawn. starting to work his way up, and Nico's playing far away from the ledge, so he won't be spotted. Oh, the duck just in the right amount of time, because now Impression's not going to know he's there, and Nico catches the timing. Good shot. FaZe will win that force buy round. That should never have happened, but already 2-man advantage within 20 seconds of the round. It was too hard for B.O.O.T to pull back, despite the heroics from Tommy in that B site. So, yeah, now FaZe back in the lead, Harry, and this is where you start to get a little bit worried for B.O.O.T.
I'm not that worried yet. You know, I love FaZe. I think they're great, but I also think B.O.O.T are a bunch of keen aimers. There's no denying it, rather. So I don't think you have to be that worried. 9-8. Still, no clear winner just yet. Guardian still trailing behind 2 kills to his name. It's going to be a real focal point, I think, for FaZe if they want to start to breeze ahead. Ooh. There we go. There is another. There were 2. This is where Guardian goes down over in mid, unless Nico saves him, and he does. So instead it's Nico who's the Guardian.
Oh. He's been playing so well. How many kills is Nico on right now? He is ridiculous. B.O.O.T only have 2 players left up now. Nico's not done just yet. One more frag. Trade back with the Deagle, but that will be the round done and dusted. 25 for Rain, 22 for Nico, 3 for Guardian. It's like G2 all over again, where Existence has 4 kills, or 6 kills at the end of the map, and Smith has 25.
But you almost feel like, with this FaZe roster, if Guardian's like this, on some teams it's like, you just be giving him oh, come on, man. But I think he could be like, guys, I'm not really feeling it today. And everyone else is like, oh well, we'll just
carry.
Yeah, we got this, bro. It's fine. You're good at the other, I don't even know how many days there are in a year. 365 days in a year, right?
Yeah, overall.
So he's good the other 364. He can have a day off.
Leap years are a bit different.
They are. Because you add on 0.25 days due to, I don't know, the Earth. Doing how it moves every year, right? That's good fun. Some science for you.
That is not some science.
I know. I mean, I should know. I just haven't bothered studying any physics for a while. Why would I? All I need to know is the physics engine in Counter-Strike.
Well, all I do know here is the B.O.O.T are not going to win this round, and Guardian is dunking on them like it's a game of basketball. Clean as you like it. 1 kill coming through from Impression, but FaZe will find their next one on the board. So 11 here on the T side. Buy coming through here for B.O.O.T. So this is what we've been waiting for, Harry. It's all culminated to this. The AWP up for Splashkey. Everyone else rifles in their hands, and we have a single AWP for Guardian. But yeah, it doesn't. He's actually been able to take down Splashkey a lot in middle. In terms of his 5 kills, I think 3 of them have probably been on Splashkey here. So yeah, there's still a chance here for a pick if Splashkey goes for this fight, but Guardian gets baited into shooting the crossing player, and Splashkey just holds. Doesn't need to overcommit, overfight this position. Just chill. And he's doing exactly that, not giving Guardian the opportunity to take this early frag.
So I've just done some research into an A-stream update for everyone before this round has too much going for it. And it's currently 12-12. MIBR versus Renegades. And that is over on Cash. So Splashkey down here in mid. Guardian's now taking up position. Hold the angle down. Nico, so good at finding these just kills through walls, which is just great. Rain's leading the charge. Splashkey just going to get beheaded. And Rain, now he's opened up A. Impression has to do all he can to keep them off of it. And Rain, he loves this A bomb site. It's his for the taking as he shuts down 2. He's not done yet. Turns his attention back towards B, where Winter and Bankai are just having a cower together. And Rain and Carrigan want to go hunting.
Well, B.O.O.T have certainly made this game like a fair fight. Definitely back and forth. This is just FaZe all over again, and typical Rain, right? The second they go up against an underdog by a big margin, like your opening games, they're just going to stomp. They just do it every time. And Rain's just feeling so confident. 27 kills. He's running around headshotting people, Harry. Not a care in the world. No team play needed from Rain. And this is kind of what we see from FaZe when they're up against teams of this stature. They crumble in the grand finals, or they have so in the past, maybe not recently. The early games FaZe always seem to be a fan of, and Rain certainly is. 28th kill maybe coming through if he can force it, but it's Guardian to wallbang the kill and Bankai to drop Rain, but his life is surely to be over. Guardian's just trying to keep up the pressure. There's only a couple of seconds left. Can he get the frag? Oh, Guardian! Oh, let's just forget about that one, shall we? At least he goes down.
Yeah, Nico's going to get the revenge. You know, watching over Guardian in this like a protective father over his child.
That'd be quite worrying, watching him die in front of you. Not nice.
Oh my goodness.
That got a bit dark, didn't it?
Yeah. You just took it to a place I didn't want to go, Hugo. And here's Guardian looking down mid anyway. We're going to...
Yay, tag.
Yeah, he's tagged up Winter. They're going to be feeling good about that. They know they've done something. And they're just going to be rushing in towards B. Guardian knows he delayed them on the cross as well. They're going to get in for free. And there's Guardian chiming in with a frag over at long. Bunkai finds one, but Rain's there to trade. And Winter, the man who got tagged earlier on, kind of clutching at straws at the hope he can find something. The rest of the guys have come rotating in, but a 3v4 retake in the B-bomb site feels impossible. Guardian gets to build up some confidence here as it's a shooting gallery down in mid. And there we go. This is the Guardian we want to see. And now this is where you get worried for B.O.O.T, because Guardian, while he's still, you know, quite far behind, 10 kills to his name, he's catching up. He's building that confidence. He's starting to, you know, we've all been there in matchmaking. You're playing, oh, I keep getting wrecked. I'm not really feeling it. And then you land one nice flick, and suddenly it's game time. You know,
all about confidence, Harry. It's all in the head. And Guardian, he's looking to take some heads away, or at least some bodies, because he's got the AWP. He doesn't need headshots. And B.O.O.T, they've got two. Benkai's back on that. We've, of course, got Splashki on it here on the CT side. And where do these AWPs set up? They attempt for the boost, but that is very, very delayed. Splashki can't climb up. And as a result, Tommy gets caught rotating out of that position. So Rain is just going to grab that kill. The boost does work out, though. They expect it, but Karragon is not going to be able to find the kill. Splashki dropping him. Does at least pull it back to a 4-on-4, but still going to be sitting in the favour of FaZe, who look, at least for the moment, to split the B site. But they fall out of that one. They throw the CT spawn smoke, and that may bait B.O.O.T. But we've got a double setup on short here. The AWP making contact and pressure peeking through. There's one. A lot of damage to follow up, but Splashy's getting tagged off the angle, so he needs to fall back. They've got good chance to actually take the safe site here, but Splashki is taking names as he fights back.
They're going to be able to get this bomb down. Guardian and Chroman, the stand-in. And the AWP, who's been struggling early on for FaZe, left to try and clutch this out. Bunkai takes the fight at long. He's going to face off against both of these players, and Chroman gets caught, leaving Guardian. Missed shot, Bunkai finds it. And B.O.O.T, they're going to live to fight another day. They lock in a 9th round. This is not over just yet.
Yeah, being able to get these late rounds in when FaZe already look like they may have this game pretty well under wraps shows that B.O.O.T are at least resilient and not giving away without a fight. So 9 here on the CT side, and the buy coming back in for FaZe, as you would expect. They've got a hell of a lot of money, Harry. AWP in the hands of Guardian. Rifles upon rifles. They've even got a bit of a B spawn for Chroman. He may just try and play off the back of that and go for a really quick contact play, try and pop in before the smokes.
I mean, that's the beauty of it. You know, you have Guardian delaying them on that cross, so that time around he wasn't able to do so, and that's going to deter Chroman from taking that peek. Instead, it's Rain leading the charge out from long, and oh my goodness, going to find that shot onto Impression. Chroman in the meantime drops Splashki, and it's Tommy inside of A, left high and dry, all on his lonesome. I say he's high and dry, might be about to change as Rain starts to push on into it. Tommy finds that, maybe a little bit more. Karragon trades that round over in the blink of an eye. 14th round for FaZe. B.O.O.T now in a very, very awkward spot. If you take a look over at the money, $1,400 on Splashki, $1,600 for Winter. They're going to be struggling to buy next round anyway. So the question now becomes, do you want to buy here, take a force, and stop them from reaching match point?
In my opinion, I think it's a better idea to eco this one, right? Because if you're coming into this game, you're not really expecting to win it anyway if you're B.O.O.T, let's be honest. So I feel like the best example is you eco this and you therefore get more rifle rounds versus FaZe and more practice as a result, you know, more chances to run your strats. And it's stuff that you can look back on. If you force this and you go for a random puggy round, it's just 2 rounds that you're probably not going to win and not be able to show too much in. But if B.O.O.T eco this and go for a rifle round, it means they actually have a chance to run more of their strats and setups. That I think this is going to be, you know, this event is going to be practice for B.O.O.T against top tier opposition that they don't usually get. So yeah, we have a couple of players forced up, a couple of eco'd. At the end of the day, the round is as clean as it can be. FaZe, they're going to wipe the floor with only, well, with, sorry, no deaths. And yeah, map and match point B.O.O.T have put up a very good fight here, Harry, but it may be short-lived.
It does feel that way. They have one more bite on the cards. It's going to be 3 M4s, a little bit of utility, a sprinkling splash ski with the scout, no armor. Cross comes in late, and Carrigan had the spawn for B. This time he is going to go peeking into it. And he's already holding it, denying this cross. Tommy's going to be able to spot the shadow, and Splashky's there. Together they chain up. They're able to find that frag on a rain. That's one of the main nuisances gone. Carrigan even tagged down low, does do his fair share of damage onto Winter. Nico, danger of getting caught out over here in mid. How does he manage that? No! Nico! You dirty man! He's going to go to double down. 2 quick headshots, both through smoke. He doesn't need a crowd giving him hints. He just shoots people anyway.
I mean, FaZe Clan looking like they may have the victory here in this best of 1. There's 2 men left up. Winter crossing to try and find a rifle, try and find something to play with apart from that CZ. He's so low though. We've even got this flank carry coming in from the B bomb side. It's Carrigan sneaking in behind enemy lines. So B.O.O.T, this is going to be a near impossible retake here, with 2 players sitting strong on the site. Carrigan coming in for the hunt, and B.O.O.T are taking their time to get their way up through short. FaZe don't even need to peek here, and Chroman's just holding for contact. Guardian, the same story with his AWP, so utility flying over, but B.O.O.T need to move quickly, and even if they do, it's not quick enough. Guardian shuts it down, and FaZe will take that victory on Dust2. 16-9, definitely a strong fight put up from B.O.O.T considering this matchup, but you know, FaZe, as expected, will take that win. Yeah, they're going to be winning that one out. Quick A-stream update as well. MIBR 15-13 up versus Renegades, so that's fun. I think that's really nice as well, because Renegades, like looking at their last couple of events, have been pretty awful. If we look at DreamHack Summer, no, just getting wrecked. Like since Cassard left that team, they've been really struggling. So it's nice to see them actually, you know, even if they lose that game, put up a good fight versus one of the best teams in the world. No, definitely. You know, there's stuff I think we could talk about there, but I guess we can just wait to see when that comes up another time. But for now, B.O.O.T can't be too disheartened putting up that many rounds versus FaZe. It was a good show from them on Dust2. I didn't think they'd be too disappointed with that. No. And yeah, FaZe, I mean, they win it. We expected them to win it. What more can you say? Quiet performance from Guardian, but Rain, Nico, and the rest of the gang, they surely stepped up to take his place. We're going to throw this one over to a break, and then we'll be back with a little bit more Counter-Strike action.
Incendiary out.